Welcome to the, how can you say, the small city of Waterside, because what actually happened is while I was fixing my mistake with the roundabouts up over here, I let the game run on, partly to get a daylight cycle for this next part, and also to, how can you say, create this roundabout, tied it up. If you remember, I made a bit of a dog's dinner with it in the sense of what I was trying to do, and you can see we've got a few problems. The city's running there now. What I'm actually going to do here in this part is, what we're going to try and do is unlock some of these distinct buildings before the city gets too big. So what we're going to go after is the statue of shopping, and there's another one here. It's called the Posh Mall, so we've got to go for 4% tax rate. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go down here, we're going to drop all these down to 3%. I think it's a good time to do this. We've got plenty of money and I want to get that debt one sorted out. So what we're going to do is drop this down to 3%. We're going to run it at fairly high speed just to keep the game running. We've got a bit of commercial demand, so what we're going to do is just drop that in there. Now I do need to sort out one issue which I kind of didn't realise in the last part, which is that up here I built this roundabout, but what I didn't actually consider was the fact that when I set the policy in, that people in this area would not be able to use this entrance because of the what policy did I set? Let's come out of here. I set in here, I set the policy of Old Town, which says only residences, businesses can use motor vehicles, which basically defeats the object of the exercise in creating this access road if the people in, oops, don't want it over that area. So what I'm going to do is what I'm going to kind of do is make this road here a kind of neutral territory, so that it will let traffic come through. You can hear lots of upgrades. I don't know if you can actually hear it. And what we're going to do is set this here, but the only policy we're going to set on here is heavy traffic ban, because I don't want. Oh, thunder's back again. If you watch my last part, and of course I don't want the heavy traffic ban on the roundabout, so better take that off back. And of course it's got dark very quickly. We're losing money and over fist, which is okay, and we're back through. We've lost another, so I think we're gonna need to get an incinerator here. Not going to empty this one yet because I don't want to overload the incinerator. Oh, I'm starting to think this city's starting to take on the same kind of scale and proportions as living in the UK recently. And what I'm also going to do is over here, I want to create a, you can say, a commercial area here, just to, actually maybe we'll go this way to feed this part of the side of the city. And I'm going to check the water. The pipes are wonky. Can't have that. Just extend the water pipes out here. We'll just do them all here for the moment. Drop it a bit there. We've got a bit of commercial coming in. Got to keep an eye on the finances. Just so that because that's going to drop quite steadily. What I'm kind of... See, I would like to bring a railway line round here, but I'm a bit leery about that, in the sense that I think that might cause a problem with the traffic here, because it will cause lots of flow. But what I am going to do is open up this area now for industrial. So what I'm going to do is just come here, because what I want to do is kind of just come back out. That's a bit too close. Actually, maybe we don't need to have a massive roundabout here. Maybe 140. So the game's whizzing away. We can see we've got lots of... Oh, it's getting dark, so I better stop it. Sorry, I've got to stop it, but it's one thing building, extending existing road systems in the dark, but if you're trying to lay out a new road system, it can be a bit tricky. And I'll just take this off. We'll just drop that in there. Yeah, let's just do what I did before. Just get this back on. I think we'll come in 200. We can just build it here. I think we'll just come up this way. It's going to be a bit steep, but I think we can live with it. I must admit, I do like my one-way systems for my traffic, but my industrial areas, and I think we can just kind of go for it big time, in the sense that we're just gonna make sure that's going the right way. Reverse this. Kind of while I'm just laying this in, I'll just talk about something. I am looking at doing a Snowfall Let's Play. I've been doing some, how can you say, practice test play. Right, I think that's good enough. We can now unpause. Kind of just get... Oops, didn't mean to do that. Same rules as before. Just trim off, stick off this end pieces here. And obviously we're going to have to bring out the water. And we're going to have to get some power out here. We can just strike off here for the moment. And just kind of should connect them up. And this should get this industrial area going, but I think, unlike last time, I think we're going to have to get some services in here pretty quickly. And I think what we're going to do is probably... we will just drop one in here. And actually what I'm going to do is create a short road here. Actually that might be a better option actually. Is to move you up here. I think what we'll also do is get an incinerator up here. Well, needless to say, I'm kind of half trying to spend the money so that we can, and that should help, because we've got a bit of traffic congestion here. We're now earning negative money, so we've got to keep an eye on that. We've unlocked the posh mall, and we've got the statue of shopping. I don't know how long we've got to have a negative income for, negative money, so we're just going to have to keep an eye on that. Probably going to slow it down actually. And we've kind of got some bit of commercial there. I think maybe we're kind of come out again here. Just do a bit more. Oops, no, don't want to stick to the grid in this area. I think maybe we don't need. Just drop that in there, and I think what we're going to do is start to de-zone this area here, because basically I want to convert this area, move the industrial area out here. So this will be like my heavy industry area. This will be, I've got to keep the forestry and a little bit of light industry here because of the forestry here. This will be my forestry stroke area. So, and part of me says eventually we'll probably have a good station in here, maybe connected up. Maybe we're actually sorry guys, you're gonna have to move over here, and we'll just I think the fire engines, I think we'll just move you over here so you can get the benefit of because I think that's got power supply. And I think also we can, because of course we've now unlocked office space, so I'm not, I must admit, I'm not a big one for massive quantities of office space. You know, this building office space at the cost of everything else. I think we've got a little bit of, still got quite a lot of money here. We're still dropping down. Maybe let's put, we haven't put any of these in yet, so we've got Statue of Wealth, fantastic fountain, that's 120,000. I mean, to be honest, these buildings don't, I've got an idea for where I want to put that, and that will come posh shopping mall. This will kind of fit in with this kind of upmarket behind the university. Be a bit controversial and say students have always got plenty of money to spend, but I know that's not true, guys, don't worry. I've been a student, so I understand your issues. Right, I think we're get a bit more. The credit card was a great saver when I was a student. It's amazing what you can do with a good credit card. Sorry. Right, so still got money to spend. So what does this thing do? Visitors last week, tourists, upkeep costs 960, a very posh mall. I think that will fit with this area here. I think if we can maybe pause the game because we're just about to cut the power lines. Maybe we'll just come in like this. I mean, once I've got that building built, obviously we're going to be, I think maybe we're, once we've got the unlock and we're back in credit, That's when I'm going to start looking at the transport side. Let's have a quick look. Still haven't got that. Got the Posh Mile. We could build an expo centre. That would be 100,000. Actually, let's see if we can drop an expo centre in here somewhere. Maybe it's a bit close to there. When this is getting on the edge of the what you'd call the tourist area, so yeah, I must admit, unlocking some of these special buildings can be a little bit of a challenge. Maybe we're just kind of just kind of come out. We're just have a quick check. Yeah, I thought we'd cut the power lines, but I don't think that's going to be that big a problem because we're just going to cut them again. But who cares? I think this one we can just block in completely, and I think we'll just let it run. What I say, we're going to get a there we are. Certainly likes raining. There's supposed to be fog as well, but I haven't seen any fog. Maybe you don't notice it that much. We've got a fire problem here, so maybe we'll just drop a fire station there. Maybe a police station here. That will cover up. We're gonna have to deal with there's an unlock that requires crime, so that could be a challenge. As I say, we may have to move these expo buildings over. So, and maybe when there's daylight we'll create a footbridge over here, because at the moment ordinary people are isolated from this area. Oh, come on. We've got a bit of demand for residential, so I think it's time to res in a bit of this, keep the momentum going, keep converting the city. Maybe we can chunk up a little bit of residential up here on this corner. Residential commercial, sorry. And we'll probably put some offices in along here actually eventually. Just actually let's put some offices in because we keep getting demand for, so maybe we're just start to fill in some office space here because I don't particularly want to we're nearly in debt. Oh, can get a bit more commercial along here. That will keep this area going. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Let's go back here. Come on. I don't understand why that balance doesn't drop. Maybe because I need to spend the money. weird. Maybe, well, what we can do is, doesn't take much to spend money. Anyone can tell you that. It'd be interesting to see. Oops, that's it. We're now in debt and we're just dropping down quite quickly. So let's have a quick look. So we've actually unlocked that, right? So what we're going to do now is I'm going to take out a loan. There's a reason for taking out the loan, and of course what we're going to do now is get our taxes back up. Oops, 12%, 11%. Pause the game, otherwise I'm going to probably go completely bankrupt. We're just going to push this up to 11. Oh. It'd be nice to be able to type these in. Right. That should take effect. The reason I took out the loan is the high interest tower says you have to owe 2,000. So by taking a loan out, even though I didn't really need it, I could have just bumped the income back up again. That unlocks that building. So we've actually unlocked 3 useful buildings in the city, and I think that's where I'm going to leave it, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. It's been a bit different, but it kind of highlights some techniques on how to unlock these buildings. I mean, some of these other ones in challenge. Oh, look at that, just to round it off, we've now got big city. We're now officially a big city, and that is definitely the place to stop now. As you can see, we've unlocked another tile, so we'll be looking at kind of, part of me says that it's time to unlock a tile over here, so I'm just going to pause the game because I don't want it to run on. Maybe just quick chat here is, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. I want to unlock that one because there's dams up here, so maybe we'll unlock these 2. I mean, I'm probably going to end up unlocking all 25. Or that one. Would that be a good one? Decisions. Part of me says unlock that because I want to build a road up through here to provide a road access there, but then another part of me says, would it be better just to take the road out to this part here? But that's for next time, guys. So this is definitely where I'm going to leave it now, because time's pushing on and this part's probably been a bit longer. I might actually shorten some of it down a bit. You can see we've now got a new industrial area there. This area is going to shrink, but I'm going to keep part of it, and we're going to do that. And maybe next time we're going to work on expansion of the tiles, creating a link this way so that we can start building our tourist residential area here. So that's where I'm going to leave it. Like and subscribe, and until the next time, enjoy your gaming.